Meow. It's a very juicy sounding turkey you have there. Meow. Hello everyone, my name is SwingPoynt and welcome back to Fragments of Him. You guys really seem to like the first part of this, where we went ahead and we explored a little bit about our friend Will here. We learned a little bit more about his past with his grandma and his parents. And we just got done with that scene, so now we're on to the next scene where we learn a little bit more about the next person in his life, which I believe would be his ex-girlfriend Sarah.
So much changed since Grandma was young. She loves me and knows that I love Harry. I think she is starting to get that, but it's a leap for her.
Right, and now what he's talking about is his grandma, Will's grandma, the main character here, really has a problem with the fact that Will here is either gay or bisexual. I'm not sure if he was with Sarah and like was just doing that for everyone else, or if he's actually bisexual, but he's definitely into his boyfriend Harry, wants to marry him, and his grandma had a real problem with that because that's just not the way people are supposed to do things according to her. So, one of the big things that Will has been struggling with here is getting his grandma to accept him for how he is, because he had a really good relationship with his grandma as he was growing up. But then she went all, oh my god, how could you possibly be gay? I cannot stand for that. I'm an old lady. That's really her only justification for it. And if you don't know what this game's about, this game, Fragments of Him, is a game about this guy, Will. He dies. He dies tragically and suddenly. And what the game is about is sort of seeing how Will, this character here, went and affected people's lives around him. And kind of the memories of him, how they kind of live on in other people. It's supposed to be really sad. Hasn't been too sad yet, because really all we did was explore the grandma, like her story, and then we saw, right in the beginning we saw him get into a car crash, but it was really just like, it got rear-ended and then it cut to black, so nothing like too sad, I guess. Nothing in terms of like memorials or really sad thoughts or things like that, of like mourning and things like that. So, I think it's coming. And it's gonna come hard, because everything I've read about this game has been, oh my gosh, this is just an incredible tale of loss and love. And I'm just eating all this food right now. Come on, video game. Okay, what's going on over here? Let's walk over here and then sit down at the oh, no. Oh, what a rebel, not sitting at the table. He's gonna go on that couch.
I don't think I exactly lived up to her ideas of what a man should be like. I'm okay, though, I think. Taking responsibility, too. Marrying Harry would be a big step.
I'm still kind of sick, by the way, so if I cough every once in a while, I apologize for that, or if I like with Kleenex, I'll cut the noise out so you guys don't hear it, but just letting you guys know that my voice is not quite up to par as to what it usually is. But oh my gosh, this is like an eating food simulator right now. Come on. Munching them Cheerios, baby.
But is this me? Us? Now and forever? I love Harry, but he just wants to be here, in these routines. Are we two different people?
Oh, interesting. So he's a little restless. This is interesting. So, definitely love each other. Will really likes Harry. But, lifestyle, Will has a little bit different thoughts on what he wants to do with his life. Harry sounds like he's just so set being himself, and Will's like, I'm not done exploring, man. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's go back to the kitchen here. Do you guys ever sit and have like really deep thoughts in like the shower, or like when you're eating food in the morning, or when you just have like that time by yourself? That's totally what Will here is doing.
He built this life for us. I went off and traveled, and he made all this happen.
Ooh, tell me more. So, again, I don't know if I said this in this episode, but there's gonna be 3 characters I think we explore. Outside of Will here, it's going to be Will's grandma, Will's ex-girlfriend Sarah, at least based on the description of the game, and then also Will's boyfriend, Harry. And Will's hoping to make that his fiancé. Let's see if we can do it up here, bud.
Time to get ready.
Yeah, baby. And I'm not really sure where we are in the timeline right now, because right at the beginning of the game was like present day, where Will gets killed in a car accident. We went back to when Will was a baby. I don't know when this is, if this is like the morning of that he was killed, or like just sometime briefly before he was killed.
Love is weird. Back at university, once upon a time.
Oh my god, don't let me see your dick.
I loved Sarah.
Oh!
It's not permanent.
Okay, so you did love Sarah. Okay, so Wasn't sure if he was just like dating a girl just to kind of like fit in with society because that's what his grandma pushed on him, but no, he really did love Sarah. Okay.
I'm going through the motions, but not going anywhere. Marriage won't solve that. I need to fix myself, not suck Harry into this.
Those are pretty deep thoughts right there. Trying to figure out yourself before you settle down. There's a lot of people that struggle with that for a very long time in their life. I don't really know when you're supposed to like hit the point of, okay, I got this figured out. And really, I don't know if you ever do. And it's more so just like...
It was the first day at university. I was terrified. My parents drove me up to the student village. The back of the car was stuffed with everything that I owned.
Dude, moving to college. That's like the most chaotic thing ever when you're trying to stuff everything in your car. I'm not sure if it's like one of those things where you don't ever really find out that you are, this is what I want. And you just like commit to someone so hard that you're like, you know what? I'm happy with what I got. I think that's more so what love is. 'Cause I don't think, like, there is that like butterflies in your stomach type thing, pounding in your chest. That's definitely part of it, but that is not all that love is. Love is like not just something you feel, it's also something you do. And I think the second part, the something you do, is where a lot of people get hung up because they don't realize that you're not always going to be super, super lovey-dovey, but you're still going to love them and you're still going to care for them regardless. And then there's got to be that balance. You still got to be happy and things like that, but it's definitely a two-tier thing. You got to really feel for it, and you also got to really commit to it, do the actions behind it, and really stick with the person.
I was faking a look of confidence. I doubt anyone noticed. Probably everyone else was too.
Okay, well, let's see how much you got inside this trunk. See, now this lady here, sitting here complaining about all the stuff she's bringing to college. She got 2 people in the front, and she's sitting in the back. She didn't bring that much stuff to college, man. When I moved, oh, and I knew how to move. My entire passenger seat was crap. My entire back seat was crap. I couldn't see out my rearview mirror. My trunk was all stuff. Like, I brought it all. I brought it all.
Paul, my mum's boyfriend, always liked Will.
That's good. I'm glad he liked Will.
Looking
Will
at
seems
all
like a
my
nice
things
guy.
in the boot of the car, I never knew I had so much stuff.
You have 3 boxes. Oh my gosh, get over yourself. Okay, 5 boxes. That is not that much stuff. You are just so dramatic. You are completely over-exaggerating. Oh, and a chair. Oh, 6 boxes, excuse me. And they're probably not even stuffed that tight. Whatever, I like your camo pants. Let's see what's up in here, huh? One thing I really like about this game I mentioned last time is like how it illuminates what you gotta do next. Oh, that's so helpful when you're a Let's
I think
Player.
Mum or Paul must have picked up the keys from somewhere. Weird that I don't remember how we got them now. I went up first.
Let's check out the new pad. Probably got a roomie, right? You don't move into a dorm without having a roommate. They pretty much shove you in a jail cell and then they shove another person in there with you.
I felt butterflies in my stomach when I walked into my dorm room for the first time.
What?
I was really nervous, and I didn't think about how Mum and Paul felt leaving me there. It was scary for me, but must have been... I don't know. I suppose I'll understand someday what it's like to say goodbye to your child. When they left that day, they would be going home to an empty house, you know?
And they're like, oh yeah, non-stop sex. Kids ain't here no more. I can't believe you got your own room, you son of a biscuit. I didn't get my own room when I started off in college. I got my own room when I became a CA, but that was like part of my payment. So, you know what? Oh, wow, you looked super naked for a second there. Let's talk. No? There it is. I really like the style of this game. I mentioned that before. Oh, can I go through you? No. I really like the style of this game. Like, has a very artistic feel to it. Very distinct feeling that it's supposed to portray in you. I don't really know how to describe it quite yet. But it's really... Like, I'm trying to think of how to describe it. It's more like moment by moment type of thing, if that makes sense. I mean, that's why you go ahead and you are trying to like tap the character every time you gotta do something. And I feel like it's really trying to interject the idea of like you need to pay attention to these moments, because that's something that the game was talking about right away in the
I wasn't paying
beginning.
much attention to unloading.
See?
My room
there.
had a really thin nylon carpet and the cheapest mattress the university could find, I think, and I didn't care at all. It was my own space.
Dude, that's like the best part about college, is like doing your own thing. Oh my gosh, not being under the tyranny.
It had 4 walls and a door that I could lock. I was frightened, sure, but also excited. I had my own key and all the stuff that goes with that.
I just can't believe you got your own room. Do they really do that? I think this is in England. I think Okay, last episode I talked about how I wasn't sure which side of the road people drive on based on which country they're in, and I thought like Europe just drove on the left side of the road, but apparently there's only like certain parts of Europe that do it. I think this is England, okay? So, let's take a look at this box. Is this how they do it in England, though? You get your own room? Oh my gosh, I'm so jelly. It's probably your own bathroom, her own... Oh my gosh, it's small. It's definitely small, but it's hers!
Having a room and being 18? Yes, of course I was thinking about dating. I guess everyone was.
Oh yeah. Getting somebody inside of these sheets right here. Making them titties bust out, girl. See what's inside? Okay, I'm done. I'm so dumb. Let's see what's going on over here. Kablam. Yeah. And what I don't really know if this is supposed to like there's a lot like the game's called Fragments of Him, which is kind of what I'm trying to build off of here. Like there's all these little fragments right here, but like is this like person like when she disappears, is that supposed to be like a fragment or a memory or something like that? Not quite sure. I don't know. Well, let's go back over to the box here and continue to move all your stuff in. Very riveting gameplay, by the way. It's supposed to be like this. This is the type of game where you go ahead and really just kind of sit and think about the scenery, sit and think about what the characters are saying, and really kind of try to tie it back to your own emotions.
Actually, cute's the right word. I didn't really think about sexy back then, I guess.
Ha. What's up, girl? You looking at me? I'm looking at you. What are you looking at? Oh! Looking at that guy down there. That must be Will. Uh-huh. So he must be on the other side over there.
It's funny to
Could have just
think
looked
back
at him.
like this.
Oops.
Now.
I'm dumb. Wait, are you wearing the same clothes you were wearing at dinner time earlier in the video game? You totally are, lady. And what do you guys think of this game so far? I really like it. Like, I'm really interested to see just how deep into emotions it pulls into. Because just about everyone has dealt with the loss of somebody, and if they haven't, they will.
It was really busy for those first few weeks.
Ooh,
Will
music.
must have been around at lectures, but I was caught up in meeting housemates and learning the basics of living away from home.
Okay.
The next time I remember seeing him was through the window of the Union Bar.
Hey, how's it going? Good looking.
I recognized him then from the first day, and I remembered liking how he'd look back at me then.
Ooh. Change the panties. Okay, whatever. I'm being just a little too pushy here. I gotta wait a little bit before we get into Will's pants here, okay? I'm a little too excited. Gotta at least take him out for a date first. Okay, at least she finally changed her clothes, or at least her pants. I kind of like this look though, like the skirt with the leggings. It's a cool look. I like that.
The
Let's go down
Union
here.
usually played the dancey stuff. Higher State of Consciousness was still on heavy rotation, but sometimes they played the better stuff. Blur, Pulp, a bit older stuff like In Spiral Carpets, but not often.
Okay.
It was a typical Friday, crowded with the windows dripping with condensation, cheap spilled drinks making the floor sticky.
Ew. Let's go through here. Boom, get out of my way. Get out of my way, people. You're in front of my will.
I set my sights on him that night. I was determined to at least talk to him.
I can see him in the distance. Get these people out of my way.
Finding Will wasn't easy. I definitely wasn't the tallest person there, and the lights didn't help.
I don't know, I can kind of see him from all the way over here, and I can see him from all the way back there. I think you're kind of full of crap, Sarah. I think you're kind of doing that thing where you over-exaggerate again.
I think I was changing fast. It'd only been a couple of weeks since I got to uni, but I felt very different.
Oh, you see that? He's already talking to Harry. Interesting.
Will
really
always
interesting.
gave me a good vibe. I know that sounds weird, but there it is. He just felt like a good person. He was too.
Let me in. It's your pants. Get out of my way. God, I just want your body. Oh, what is in my way here? Drinks. I need to get drunk. Feed me. Is the drinking age 18 in England? Or is it 21? It's 21 here in America. Oh, I like your freckles. I see freckles on you. Okay. Well, finally these jerks got out of the way. I'm gonna go talk to my boy toy over here. Get out of the way, Harry! You don't know nothing!
I joined in whatever the conversation was that Will was having. I've no idea what we talked about.
Desperate.
I don't think there was any doubt about my intentions.
Whoa, where's that hand going? Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
We had a few drinks, and I remember pulling him outside.
Oh my gosh. Did you grapefruit him? If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up a video called How to Grapefruit Your Man. Oh my god, I found out about that today. That was an interesting video. Let's go see what these two chumps got up to. Maybe make some kissy faces, do a little touchy-touchy, all the stuff you do on the first date. Okay, maybe not touchy-touchy on the first date. It depends. It depends. Sometimes people go all the way with their touchy-touchy on the first date. I don't know what people do. It's not my business. I'm just gonna follow these two nerds.
Feeling, the rush of anticipation?
Yes.
I was getting that so much.
What were you anticipating?
Dick!
Dick. Oh, nope. He's still flaccid. You're not doing it for him quite yet. Keep looking at him like that. He's feeling it. He's feeling it. He's a sex fiend. Here it is. Oh, no, not touching the butt, still touching hands. Okay. Maybe I just need to go play Honey Pop or something right now.
We went to sit just outside the bar.
I'm ridiculous right
We
now.
could still hear the music, and the cold night air felt good.
I know what's gonna go on here. This girl right here, because Will's a really good guy, right? This girl right here, she's like, I want something. I'm gonna touch you. I'm gonna kiss you. I'm gonna put my hands all over that schlong. But you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna talk. And they're gonna get to know each other. And they're really just gonna appreciate each other's time. It's not gonna get physical at all. Guarantee it. Maybe just a little peck on the cheek. Wait, did you go this way? What? You sneaky people. Oh, you're over here. Looking on in at the party. Yeah, they're totally gonna sit here and talk. Hi, birds. I love birds. Boof.
And that was when he first kissed me.
Never mind. I'm completely wrong. I don't know anything about women. Or men, apparently. I thought they were gonna sit there and talk. Nope. Went straight for the kisser. Literally. Wow. Okay. Wow. I thought that said wenches. It's the Winchester. My bad. Well, let's go over here, huh? Turn off the lights so we can watch the movie
We went
here.
to the cinema for our first proper date.
Oh, okay. How'd that go? I'd really like to hear a little bit more about what Will thought about Sarah, right? He's like, I loved her, but, you know. Oh, so we got choices on seats here. Okay, so a lot of people like the back so you can see the full thing and you can sit there and talk. Yeah, they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that.
We sat at the back. Kind of a cliche, really.
Right.
There's that pressure for back row liaisons, you know?
Back row liaisons. Here we go. Let's watch the movie. Let me scratch your head here. There
We
go.
both fidgeted, trying to work out how to start.
How to start what? Watching the movie? Or are you touching each other down here? Oh, yeah, that's what they're going for.
I wanted to hold his hand, but he seemed to shy away. Or maybe he didn't intend that.
Oh, no, he went back for it. He went back. Okay. What's going on over here? Flips on flips, baby. This is a great movie. I would totally pay money to watch this. Yeah, man.
I kept looking sideways to see if he was looking at me. I tried not to move my head too much in case he wasn't looking and noticed that I was.
Oh my gosh, so awkward. So awkward, oh my gosh. You're 18, not 14. Those 4 years make a difference.
I shifted in my seat a bit, letting my leg touch his.
Ooh.
I was so smooth.
You don't sound smooth. Nothing about you sounds smooth right now. I mean, did you shave your legs? Maybe that was smooth. Maybe that was smooth. Let's look at the movie here.
The film had that guy in it who always acts crazy, but then does lots of action kick-ass stuff. We weren't really paying attention, I think.
It doesn't look like it's worth paying attention to. It's not even in color. What about you guys, huh?
It was like everything else faded out.
And then... And then...
I put my hand on his leg.
Ooh.
He turned to me and did that shy smile of his.
Whoa. She just went straight for it. She went straight for it. He even stuck his leg out there so you could put your hand on his leg. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He was like, hey, touch my leg. Touch it. Touch it. See how far I'm gonna push it into your area? Yeah, touch my leg.
He reached out and gently brushed my cheek with his hand, guiding my face to his.
You're in public. Oh my god. Kissy again?
He closed his eyes and kissed me,
I love the music all of a sudden.
placing his lips softly onto mine.
Okay.
We sat with our fingers locked together for the rest of the film, and when it was over, we walked out, still holding hands.
Aww.
Did you ever fall in love so hard and so much you just knew it would have to end? It was my first time, but even back then, I think I knew deep down that's what it was.
Interesting. Fall in love so hard that you knew it was gonna have to end. Huh.
Will always gave the impression of confidence, like he always had a grand plan. I wish I knew if he saw that end coming too, like I felt it was. I don't know if that would have made how it went any easier.
Interesting. Huh. You ever felt that? You love someone so hard that you know it's not gonna last? Like from the beginning? That's a really interesting way to phrase that.
I spent the next day finally doing the unpacking that I'd been putting off. I'd done my clothes and the essentials, but there were other bits to be done.
Like this? This box? With your bunny inside of it? Oh my god, it looks like it's sleeping. It's so cute.
I brought my first ever toy to uni with me. I know it seems weird for a woman to do that, but it brings back happy memories.
It's because when you first go to college or uni or whatever, you're not really a woman yet. Like you're still kind of a kid. You're not really a man, you're not really a woman, you're still growing up a lot. So childish stuff like that, yeah, that's the thing. So where's the best place to put this? I would think that Bun needs to sit right next to me as I do my homework.
It wasn't always easy with my biological dad leaving, but Mum and I, and my brother Andy, we had fun. My bunny makes me remember that.
My bunny.
I
Yes.
think I brought my old books as a comfort thing. I didn't really expect to read them at uni. They were just nice to have around.
Interesting. Like, I kind of like this little bit of dialogue here, kind of really giving you an idea of what kind of person our friend Sarah here is. She's definitely awkward, a little insecure. Interesting. And she really admired Will, I think, for being the person that she wants to be, if that makes sense. Somebody who's got it figured out. And it's interesting, like the whole cliche thing of like opposites attract. I think I kind of understand why that's the thing and what that means. And I think it's kind of you like people that aren't like yourself because you want to learn more about it for yourself, if that makes sense.
I hung up a tasseled cloth scarf that was my mum's. She's a bit of a hippie.
You kind of look like a bit of a hippie. Okay, so let's put this over here. Ooh, right here. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's kind of that. And I think that building on that, I think that's why relationships like fizzle out sometimes after you get to know somebody and you get to understand other things about them and why you kind of start taking them from granted. It's because you already like are done learning about them, or like a lot of the things that you were really curious about right away. And then once you get that, if the person doesn't keep making you feel that way and you don't keep loving them, then the relationship just kind of fizzles out. Maybe.
I put candles out. I think I thought I'd need to do romantic lighting. I had arranged to see Will later in the week. I was really falling for him. Is it weird to tell you this?
Yes, who are you talking to, by the way? Is it weird to tell you this? Romantic lighting? Right here, baby. Huh. So I almost wonder if it's better to have more of like a... not opposites attract, but like find somebody who has similar interests to you, because then like you can keep building off of that later in the relationship. Like opposites attract is good to like get you started, I feel, because you want to learn things about them, but you need to have some things in common. Otherwise, if you don't have anything in common, you'll never like do anything together other than just like be around each other, right? Like you won't enjoy anything together.
I kept on changing my mind.
I don't know. Who the hell knows? I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's move my bunny around. Here we go. Boom.
It shouldn't have mattered so much, but I wanted the place to look nice.
Gotta get your feng shui on, girl. You do you.
It's weird how long you think about such small things.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I feel like a lot of people, including myself, like obsess on little things. And when you look back at it, like,
The
why?
little choices are important.
They are. Now, I've heard something before where like there's no such thing as a little thing because everything starts off of something. Even big
I guess
things.
it didn't make any difference really. But I was happy when I was sure I'd got it right.
That's good.
I wanted to feel comfortable when Will came over.
I mean, you're gonna get real comfortable right here. You know what you really need? You know what you really need? A good old pair of blinders here, that way no one can see you when you're naked.
Will and I, it felt like a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing. And just as likely to burn us both as to make us happy.
Like, it's so weird how she keeps saying how she felt that right from the beginning. Like, she really felt like this was gonna backfire on her.
But what a lovely way to burn.
Huh. I wonder what happened. Like, now I'm curious. Maybe he just felt like he wasn't into girls? I don't feel like it's just that, though. I feel like it's something much deeper than that. I feel like Will's the type of guy who... It's more about that personality. He
That
doesn't really
Christmas,
care.
I met Will's family. We've been together for 4 months. Do you remember me there?
Yes, I do. So, she's talking to us in the form of, like, we know, or she knows that we're just a memory or a spirit. Interesting.
I was head over heels in love with him. I didn't say much in case I blurted out something wrong to his family.
Especially this thing right here, the grandma. She crazy.
We were still at that stage where you constantly want to touch the other person. I love that, but I didn't reach out with his family or there.
Oh my gosh. You didn't pull a Wedding Crashers and like jerk him off underneath the table all Vince Vaughn style?
I remember he lightly touched the back of my neck as he poured me some wine, and it sent tingles into my stomach.
Aww. It's interesting, because like when I first saw this scene, it seemed like she was kind of already done with him. But no, she was just being shy. Okay, eat that bird.
It was a really nice meal, and we all got on okay.
It's a very juicy sounding turkey you have there. Sorry for sounding like I'm a chronic smoker. I just have this sinus infection.
You only get to make one first impression, so I probably should have worn something else. I felt quite self-conscious.
You look fine. Just
I
gotta do
loved him
you.
so much. But that feeling I had wouldn't go away, that it was all going to end. That Christmas Day, though, I felt like we had a chance.
Huh. Like what? What gives you that feeling? I need to know more. I need to learn more. That's how this game pulls you in. Just kind of leaves you with those little trails. Makes you curious. I must know what you mean. Oh! They did some
Things were
schlonging.
going well, but over the months, I felt the relationship changing.
Interesting. Okay, so we just advanced quite a bit in time. You can tell by the way the stuff was moving. Couple of months.
We often put on music to fall asleep to. Will had a CD recording of a thunderstorm. The sound of the rain was relaxing, but there were a couple of bits of thunder that would make me jump.
Okay. What about this? Is this more music?
We listened to a lot of Portishead. Even now when I listen to them, I remember being back in that room, in his arms. We would cuddle up in bed and watch TV or movies.
What does a wine glass have to do with that?
Coronation Street had a transgender character. It wasn't something I'd thought much about before.
And? Not all? Shut up, bird. You always mean bad news. I can hear you in the background. Let's touch some more things in here, huh?
Being straight, I'd never thought much about my sexuality. I never felt that I needed to. I was me. Will was just himself too. And I just kind of accepted that.
Okay. So, did you... I guess I don't know. Did you know that he was into dudes, or did that not come out yet? I don't know yet. We'll find out.
It's funny to tell you this now, but I was never jealous of Harry. You'd think I would be, but I loved Will so much. I just wanted him to be happy.
So it sounds like she did know. He must have like, hi, I'm Will, I'm bisexual. He wasn't like hiding it or anything, which is good. I'm glad, because yeah, I mean, like, everything that we've heard about Will, he never sounded like he was like shy to be himself. At all. Even though he had that like shy smile she was talking about, he always sounded like he's like, this is who I am, this is what I believe in, that type of thing. He wasn't gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna let you know everything about me.
I could feel the end of it all shaping up. But we had good times anyway.
Why? Why
Though
could you?
sometimes lonely, in a weird way.
Why could you feel that? Is it just because Harry? Like he just started to like Harry more? Is that all it is?
Feeling like the only people in the world. You cherish the other person, but you long for another life too. Maybe I didn't mind Will getting closer to Harry because it felt like our own love was too much for two people. Will and me were studying English. Harry was on the course too. There was a spark between Will and Harry, that much was obvious. Will was always happy when Harry was around. I couldn't feel jealous. I wanted them to be happy.
This is interesting. I'm really just like super interested in what she's thinking. Like, she's like, okay, so it sounds like she was just like so in love with them. Like so much so that she was like being selfless about it. She didn't even care about her own feelings. Was just, I want you to do you. I want you to be happy because I love you that much. That type of thing. Which I understand those feelings. It's just, I feel like there's more to how she's going to explain it, which I think will be really interesting to me at least.
I'll never forget that time. Seeing their friendship grow.
I went through a relationship like that, kinda. I was with someone for like 3.5 years, and I saw that they started to bond with someone else, and I was like, you know, maybe they'd be happier that direction.
The longer we dated, the more we stayed in. We had a few friends that we'd go out for drinks with, and Harry, but Will and me spent most of our time together.
And as our relationship between those two people went on, I kind of started to distance myself a little bit more because I knew it was going to happen. And I mean, I guess I was kind of right because now they're like married and they have kids and things like that. It's interesting. It's really interesting. And I never really got into the... well, no, what about me? It was more just like, I care about you and I care about like everything that we've been through together, and it's like, I would rather just see you like for the rest of your life. This is a big decision, right? If you're gonna stick with someone for the rest of your life, I want you to be with someone that really makes you happy, that you can really feel completely at home with, and I felt like that person that she was starting to get interested in did a better job of that than me. So I just kind of like let it naturally sizzle out, and looks like everything's been good.
Those memories will always be a warm place for me.
Interesting. That's what I like about these games. You can like sit and think about your own life and like how to relate with it. And I'm sure you guys are doing that too. Like you're having these things you're thinking about. It's cool. If you want to share anything in the chat, or not the chat, the comments, go ahead. I love reading things and like learning about you guys.
It might seem odd to you, but it was my suggestion.
Yeah. No, that doesn't seem odd. That doesn't seem odd at all.
I told Will to ask out Harry.
Yep.
I loved him. I knew it would make us all happy for Will to have Harry in his life.
Yep.
It was something he needed to do.
Yep. And I think that speaks a lot about our girl here, Sarah. That just goes to show how much she paid attention to Harry, right? She was more focused, or not Harry, how much she paid attention to Will. And showed that she really cared about him, like being able to see how his feelings grew for someone else, and like how she felt like they would be happier together. Like she could really see that in him. She could really see those like butterflies that Will was starting to feel towards Harry. I mean, good on Sarah here for like being that attentive in their relationship. I think that's really admirable and like relatable.
Helping a person find their true love, that's an honor. It's a kind of magic right there.
Yep.
For a long time, though, I wish that true love had been me.
And that's where me and Sarah are different in my little story I was telling you about. I kind of reached the point where I was like, I don't really care if it's me anymore. I was just like, I mean, for like a couple months, you're like, oh man, this is a long time that I was with somebody. And to like have it all go away kind of felt weird.
Let me paint a picture for you of the end.
But I was...
Will had been seeing both me and Harry at the same time for about 6 months.
Oh.
I can see you think that sounds weird, but it really wasn't. We were all open, safe, and honest about it. The picture. It was in the basement of the Royal Oak in October. You could still smoke in pubs back then, and the faint smell was always there.
Huh.
It was that old, heavy pub furniture. There was the muffled sound of the George Street traffic.
They're over there. I just want to go walk to him. I can't do it yet, though. Huh.
The chairs were covered with a tapestry weaving type of fabric that was worn away from years of use.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
I knew what I was going to say to Will. I had a friend before uni who was having boyfriend problems and asked me what love is.
Let's see your answer. And one thing I think is interesting about the whole topic of love is that I was sitting here saying it's like two things. There's the feeling and then you gotta work on it too. But like, the one thing you really need to know about love is that it's different for every single couple and every single person. It is completely like a snowflake. It's unique to everyone. There's like some general things that you can talk about it, but really, every single
I told
person
her that love was being able to tell a person that you never wanted to see them again.
is different. Oh, wow. Explain. Elaborate. I need to hear more.
Even though it broke your heart to do it, you would tell them to leave you because it was right. I was quite happy with that answer. Like love was something from a Shakespearean tragedy.
I don't think she's done giving an answer.
I hadn't been in love when I said it.
Right. What do you say now?
I didn't expect to have to do it.
That is a giant cup of milk you have there.
I didn't expect to be right.
We need to talk. That's about as cliche as it gets.
We need to talk.
Oh?
This isn't right. I'm not helping you anymore. This needs to change. What's with these options here? Like there's an X, a refresh sign, and I'm not helping you anymore. Let's try this.
This isn't right.
You mean us?
I feel like I'm getting in your way.
I feel like I'm getting in your way.
You're not. This is good.
Interesting. So I think the symbols are just really kind of a way to give you an idea of like the context of how you're gonna say it. Maybe. It is good, but it's not right. It's not forever. I don't know if it's good for you.
Sure, but I don't know if it's good for you.
I'd like to be the one making that choice.
That sounds familiar. Yeah. Never mind.
I'm happy with you. I love you, but this isn't about me.
I love you too. I want to be with you.
I know, but I don't think you should be.
Is this it? Can I do anything differently?
No, you've not done anything wrong.
I don't want this.
Oh, there's like a tear.
Me either. But it's right.
I love you.
I love you too. I loved him so much. It hurt so badly to let him go. I never forgot him. I never stopped loving him. Love doesn't just stop. It's not like a room you just walk out of. Our love, the warmth of it, became a memory I cherish. I've never loved anyone like that again.
Sometimes I just don't have anything to say, guys.
It took me 2 years to get over Will.
What did that 2 years consist of?
I could see him falling in love with Harry. Soft and deep love, not like the fire we had. It was beautiful.
And what's interesting is, like, right before we got into all this, Will's sitting there wondering if he really wants to be with Harry. Interesting. Or, like, maybe not that. I mean, he's sitting there saying he wants to marry the guy, but, like, he's really just wondering if he's happy, I guess. Like, with the type of life he's living.
I didn't really consider that we could all have kept on dating together. You know, it might have worked for a while, but that wasn't what we did. It's just the past. I don't know if what I felt was a proper depression, but it was definitely a really bad time for me. I just worked really hard all of the time and got a great degree grade from it, so that was something good for me from it all.
Everybody handles that type of thing differently. I mean, good for her for turning it into that, you know what I mean? And not like drugs and alcohol and other ways to de-stress. Wonder where we are right now. I do not really know. Some sort of room here. But I gotta touch one more. Oh, the bunny. Is that all? No. Ring, ring! Let's go answer the phone here. I hope it's not a phone call of Will being dead. Back to the nakedness! Interesting. Shower stops. Is that the end of the Sarah scene? Is that what we do next?
I loved Sarah. I still do, but not the same as I did then. We go for drinks a few times a year. She's wonderful. It's easy to see why we dated.
See your butt. There's more to this that he's about to say. There's gotta be.
The breakup was hard, but right. The way I feel about Harry is, it's something amazing. She saw that coming. She's smart.
Whoa! Oh my god! Wow, get away from my face! Jeez, guy! Wow!
I wouldn't be here now without her. I've got to remember to appreciate this time more. All the tiny moments make up our lives.
This is true. Everything's built off of a tiny moment, man. Everything. It's kind of like if you really try to sit back and think about those types of things, it's interesting to like go, wow, this really did all build off of like this and this and this and this.
What's
and
that,
this.
Harry? Yeah, I'm spraying my pits while thinking about proposing to you. Maybe I won't tell him this bit.
Huh. Spraying his pits and putting out. Oh, he's doing a lot of spraying here, man. I'm more of a stick deodorant type of guy.
It's easy to lose track of the big picture. I love him. I'm being stupid, wanting action and adventure every day. I've got enough of that, and love right here. Or, I wonder if he would like more than only marriage.
What do you mean?
We could start a family. Kids. Wow. That could be good, actually. Maybe I'll leave that conversation to another day, eh? One thing at a time.
Alright guys, yeah, we're definitely gonna end it here because I think we're about to delve into Harry's memories, or like Will and Harry's memories, so this was Sarah's part. You guys let me know what you think of this game so far, and if you really like this, go ahead and leave a like on this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, that way you can see the rest of Fragments of Him as I release it. I'm really enjoying this game, I like it a lot. Really is introspective, I feel. It's doing a good job of that, really making you explore feelings that I feel like everyone kind of feels, right? Like these feelings of love and these feelings of loss, which I've said numerous times, but like now we've actually are going through it. It makes a lot more sense to say it. And like I like it a lot. Makes me kind of think back on my own life and things like that, and I'm sure you guys will leave comments too, talking about your experiences, which will be cool to read. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. And I'll see you in the next video that we do around here. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
The man had to feed the toad every day from then on, or it would bite his face.
Hello everyone, my name is SwingPoynt, and welcome to a game called Fragments of Him. Let's get straight into it here, and I'll talk to you guys about this game as we go on.